You once told the Syracuse Herald Journal, and this was a while ago, that the modern black athletes are the most embarrassing collection of individuals I've ever known. What drove you to make that statement?
The buffoonery, the things we fought to get away, the stereotypical gestures, the rolling of the eyes and the dancing and all of the Walt Disney stereotypical racial disgraces. You wonder how these individuals can be so stupid not to understand how the general public is looking at them. So, yeah, I said that many times, and I say that to them. I don't think that is cute. And I don't think that the majority of the fans in the stands think it's cute. I think it's like chasing the shadow of the rabbit instead of chasing the rabbit. Entertainment was always used in slave quarters. In fact, they used to take fighters and blindfold them, put everybody in the ring, let you fight until the last guy was standing. And they'd be sitting around the ring in tuxedos with their women and jewelry, and that was the entertainment, boss. So if you study history, you don't want to emulate the things that were degrading and humiliating. Humiliation was unreal, but now guys are voluntarily playing the yes, a boss slave. So, yeah, that's embarrassing to me, to think that in this day and age, these young men would be out there shaking their butts and not knowing much of anything else, not understanding the dignity of a man and how to play a game and play it hard and let that speak for yourself. There's no debate in this conversation. Anybody that takes the other side has got to be an enemy. Any man that would teach his son that that's the thing to do should be arrested. Education, family, character, intelligence, humility. Okay? These are the things that make a culture live. The Jewish culture has a wonderful thing about education. It has a great thing about family. It has a great thing about unity, hard work, dedication. So I would like to say the African American community should emulate that. Let's refocus.
When did you realize you should use your fame to bring about change and raise awareness?
It's not like, power is not like fame. The human spirit is power. So I had that when I was born. I never felt like a second-class citizen when I was 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old. Discrimination, racism was terrible. And I had no desire to engage it in a positive way in any way. So that was a determination. It wasn't like when I was born realizing that men should be treated the same way. My attitude was always that I was a citizen, American citizen. I paid my damn taxes, and I wanted my damn rights.
Welcome to a brand new podcast, and this is the Oracle 19, and my name is Greatness. That was a little clip from this YouTube channel. You check him out, the Thinking Man's Templar. You definitely support his show. Templar, TEMPLAR, Thinking Man's Templar on YouTube. Definitely check him out. And that was a clip from the great Jim Brown, football player that played for the Cleveland Browns back in the 1960s. And today's topic is going to be called, what is a man? What is a man? And before we get to that, we're going to get to the business at hand. So definitely any business inquiries, if you want to put your brand or business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. Same email if you want to make a free will offering and definitely donate to our platform. We definitely could use your support. Again, that's evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. Whole wide range of different products, men's, kids, ladies' clothing. So definitely support that as well. We're doing a lot of changes to our website, so coming soon we're expanding that, so I may give you more information as the days go along. So we definitely expanding, so we doing a little upgrading to our websites, so keep you posted. We have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon, and definitely support that also. And we have a Patreon channel, videos that's now on YouTube. That's www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. And we on Rumble, rumble.com. So once you go there, just type in the Oracle 19, and we have shows on there as well. Check out www.royalty9 International. Company have homemade candles, from scented to unscented candles. Now the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, eucalyptus, vanilla, rose, just to name a few. And if you want to place your order, you can email them at royalty9international@gmail.com. Again, that's royalty9international@gmail.com if you want to place your order. And or you can go to their website, www.royalty9.com. They're on social media, Royalty9 International, on TikTok as well as Instagram. Check out Mr. Will. He's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. If you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And also support his merchandise, www.wjaaccessories.org. Again, that's wjaaccessories.org for custom clothing, accessories, digital products from personal as well as business use. Support DJ Panthro. He's an international DJ. And if you want to book him to come to your venue, to planet Earth near you, DJ Panthro 519@gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, PANTHRO 519@gmail.com. So definitely you can check him out as well on TikTok. So definitely like, subscribe, and share on TikTok. And again, email him if you want him to come to your venue, to a place near you. Fin City Fish and Chips, located 711 Richmond Street, London, Ontario. Telephone number is 519-672-9950. Definitely their fish and chips, as always, is amazing. I like it, and they have other different foods as well, but definitely check out their fish and chips. FinCityLondon@gmail.com is their email, and their website is www.fincitykfishandchips.ca. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, and they deliver DoorDash, Skip, and all the usual for your enjoyment. Again, that's Fin City Fish and Chips. Simon's Prime Hamburger. They have 2 locations. 691 Richmond Street, Unit 1. Hours of operation is Monday to Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays, 11 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. Saturdays, same time, 11 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. And finally, Sundays, 12 noon to 8 p.m. And that's 691 Richmond Street. You can check out their website, www.simonburger.ca. 100% real cheese, 100% fresh beef, 100% fresh cut fries. And again, I love their chili burgers. I am going to have to check out some of their other meals, other burgers. I will soon, because it's very good. It smells good too. Smells great. Their second location is 3580 Tecumseh Road East. That's Tecumseh Road East, Windsor, Ontario. Telephone number is 519-915-1397. And it's dining, so you can sit, eat, and relax. Hours operation at the Windsor location is Monday to Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 12 noon to 8 p.m. And they also deliver Skip, DoorDash, Uber Eats, etc. So definitely support Simon's Prime Hamburger. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. You have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube page, what I need you to do is definitely like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel, and also support his social media sites. And once continue to train on YouTube, Greatness 19 channel. Now, Greatness 19 channel, that's our educational channel to open up your third eye. We have close to 500 shows, videos, episodes on there as well. So like, subscribe, and share, and pass the word around. I need your support to do that because, again, YouTube, not going to necessarily support all that content that is put out there. A lot of controversial, interesting topics there. So I need your guys' help to support the movement. So the Greatness 19 channel, and that's on YouTube. And also like, subscribe, and share not only the Greatness 19 channel, but Mr. Evolution London. That's our health and wellness channel. A lot of different videos on that as well. So I need your guys to subscribe to Mr. Evolution of London on YouTube. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, Spotify for podcasters, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 description box, rumble.com. You type in the Oracle 19 there, the Greatness 19 channel on YouTube, and as well Mr. Evolution of London on YouTube. And finally, www.theoracle19radio.com. Well, today, as I just mentioned, and you heard earlier, today's topic, we're going to talk about what is a man. And a lot of our younger men out here, and even older men, it's a dying art to be a man. And don't worry, ladies, I got you covered on the next episode. Seem like we forgetting how to be a woman. That will be on the next episode. But what is a man? And so many men, there's men and males. I talked about that on a previous show. Being a man, what is a man? Man of character, discipline, standards, being educated, family oriented, leader, strong, not weak-minded. These are some of the traits of what real men need to be. Maybe I might even have that topic, the title, what is a real man? But this is, again, is a dying art. And I mention this constantly on different episodes. You know, in this day and time, real men have to worry, we really have to be on guard. There's a war out here. It's a war to break you down, to make you less than who you are. Society is doing that. Government is doing that, especially in North America and European nations. It's a way to, they're trying to systematically destroy you, break you down mentally. And they're using your own woman against you. Now, again, there's women and there's females, and I break that down constantly. 2% of the women out here I have no problem with, but the 98% of the females I definitely have a problem with. But that's a different story, a different topic I'm going to talk about. But the men, you need to become a man. You need to educate yourself. Educate yourself, not necessarily college, because college is not for everybody. Getting a skill, you know, being an electrician, a plumber, anything that basically it will make you six figures. Because in this day and time, in order to function, in order to survive, men, you need to make at least 100,000 and better, just to live a comfortable life. Not saying being wealthy, just to live comfortable. You really need to make $100,000 a year. If you make it 50 or 40, that's just average, and you're definitely going to struggle. Heck, you struggle with 60, 70,000. But you really need to find a job or a career that is going to make you $100,000 per year after taxes. So that should be your mission, one of your missions. And this will put you on the track of being a self-sufficient man. Now, being a man of character, we all have gone through the sands of life, and nobody's perfect, I get it. But every mistakes that you have made in your life, you correct them the following day by being a better you. Getting rid of the habits that you have made that made you less than who you are. Improving your character is a big point in life in terms of being a man. It starts with you, men, in order to even get into a relationship, a serious relationship. These are things you need to improve on. Don't be like the previous generations. Be a better you in this day and time. Correct the wrongs by correcting your character, building your character, having standards, having morals, whatever that might be. Draw a line in the sand how people, men and women, will deal with you, how they should talk to you. See, these are the things, self-reflection. This is how you improve yourself as a man, becoming a better man. What is a man? In order to do that, you need to be with like-minded men. Men of character, men of standards. Especially in this digital world that we in. It's easy to get sucked into negativity and become less than who you are. See, so you need to improve that, especially I'm directing this to young men out here. And to double down, especially you young black men as well. But men in general, young men out here, you need to improve your character. You know the things that you do, the right and wrongs, you know. Your spirit tells you. Stop wasting your time, because time is greater than money. See, you can always get money again the following day. You always can make money, but you cannot get back time. You cannot get back time. Once that particular Saturday is gone, it will never come back again. You have to wait till the following Saturday. Once Monday hits, once Monday is over, you can't get it back. It will never come again. And that's the hardcore reality. You will never get that January again, or April, or May, once that month is gone. You have to wait for next year in January, in April, in May. That is time. So time is greater than money. So don't waste time, your time. Make every bit of time work for you. And that is improving thyself. Improving thyself. Becoming more worldly. Learn different cultures, read. And you men, a lot of you men don't read particular books. You're not cultured. You just watching videos and that's it. The videos is great. You can learn things from different people. Hopefully you can learn from me. Wink, wink. But there's many people far smarter than me that you can learn from. More educated, more cultured, etc. that you can go and learn from. So, but the bottom line is, men out here, you need to gather around with other like men. And it's not many of us. So that's important. So you need to, these are the steps in improving yourself. Morals, standards, culture, education, financial, saving your money. Saving your money. Don't just spend it all. Learn to invest, because this is your future. You need this. Because you men, let's say for example, you become old, which you will, 70, 80 years old, and you just been blowing money. And now you old, you can't do anything. You're not able to move as fast as you used to be. Nobody really wants you no more because you're old. You might not have family members that will help you. So guess what? If you're not making any money or have any money saved, invest, and that can help you take care of yourself for the rest of your life, then you're in trouble. You're going to be in a nursing home. and you're going to be under someone else's thumb that really don't like you in the nursing home, and you're just going to die out in misery, broke. Of course, you can still be in a nursing home being rich, but I'm saying that will help you at least put you in a position, because if you have enough money, you can at least have somebody come to your house 24 hours to take care of you. That's basically where I'm getting at as far as that is concerned. So you need to plan for your future, men. Being spiritual. Having some type of spiritual foundation is important. And I know a lot of you men is not spiritual. You don't believe in the supreme being. You're a bunch of heathens, in my opinion. But I just think that you need to have a foundation. And having a belief system. This is just my personal belief in some type of spiritual being has a foundation for you to understand there's order. And you have to respect order. Now, I know a lot of you men say, well, this fictitious being that is just something that was just made up. Okay, but where do you stand on the spiritual level? How are you spiritual? What makes you grounded, disciplined, respecting nature, respecting the laws of nature? What are the foundations of your spirituality that keeps you grounded? That's my question for me to you. And that's something you need to find out. That gives you discipline and order. Because when you know you have a supreme being that you believe in, then you know that you will understand and that you will not be doing crazy things to destroy your body, because you respect a higher entity that gave you that power, that 1% will, if I'm making sense to you. So again, that having some type of spirituality about yourself brings structure and discipline and respecting the nature around you. I leave it as that. All of these things that I mentioned is just examples to be a better you before you can even say be in a real relationship. Because then once you got that part together, those examples that I mentioned, once you have a grasp on that, then getting into a relationship, a woman will see you have standards and character. Then you automatically, she either will have to sink or swim around you, because you're not going to tolerate any BS, because you are a disciplined man. And so many of you women, so many of you men act like women. So this is why you make it hard on yourself to get in a bona fide relationship, because that woman don't respect you. Number one, you don't present those qualities that I mentioned that is not worth her time. But when you are a disciplined man, she will either fall in line or she won't be around you, because you're not going to tolerate that. And most women, you got to go through a lot of women, and not on the sexual way, but in terms of just meet and greet and talk and observe, to find out, to see what type of woman is good for you. Because again, most women out here are trash. It's just, that's how it is. This is a negative society. It goes both ways. I say 98% of men is trash. It's only 2%, in my opinion, of men and women that is about something. I mean, if you're going to base this, like, let's say, if you're a person that reads the Bible in Revelations, it tells you only 144,000. Now, I mentioned that before. That would be raised up. Now, if you are a person that believes in the information from the Bible, if you deal with 144,000 people, give or take, I know a lot of religious people say it's a little bit more, blah, 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 but you get what I mean. 144,000 people that will be raised up. And if you got like approximately 5 billion people on this planet Earth, and there's only 144,000 that will be raised up, men and women, that's not even 1% of the population. That's like 0.0001 type of thing. It's not a lot of people. That's just a small town. So what that tells you, most people, this is a negative world, men and women. But this conversation is pertaining to the men. And you ladies, you could pass this to men, this information to different men in your circumference, and let them hear this as well. Because I know I have a lot of ladies that listen to my shows. And again, thank you. But men, you have to get yourself together, seriously. Because we are in the last days, and the way this society is treating us and dumbing us down, they're putting in new laws and really to cripple you men. And again, I was just going through social media, and just to show you how evil and corrupt this society is, low key and directly. You know, men, you have to be so careful in this day and time, because these women been brainwashed by government / feminism / their women and their families / media, to make it believe that, one, they are better than you, and two, because this society teaches that women is just smarter and men is just dumb. This is my personal opinion. But it's not even really my personal opinion. You really can see it. If you have eyes, you can see it. If you have ears, you can listen. Locally or internationally, statewide, province-wide, wherever, women is conditioned that they are smarter than you men, and your men is underneath them. And even is conditioned now that women feel now that they're physically stronger than a man. They could go toe for toe with a man. And the reason why they've been brainwashed, because see, men is crippled because of government laws. Because guess what? If you hitting a woman, we talking about in self-defense, you'll get simpish men that will jump in and want to fight you on the honor of a woman that caused the problem. So, and if you look at a female, let's say, and just say, how you doing? Now she could say you trying to come on to her. You could verbally assault her just for you saying, hi, how you doing? You look nice today. Now is labeled that you're being creepy. You got a lot of sick women out here. But they've been brainwashed from childhood that all men is a bunch of sickos. All, not some. They just label all, the capital A. See, so you can't even look at a woman or give a compliment. Definitely don't touch her on the shoulder. I was on social media and watching on, say, ESPN. I don't like really naming names per se, but it's a famous basketball player. Just gave a woman, a shoulder hug, and then she making comments saying, he's putting his hands underneath, underneath her armpits. underneath her arm, touching her armpits, something crazy like that. This is a shoulder hug on national TV. He's not groping her. But you have women like that, plenty of women like that, in my opinion, have a feministic viewpoint and perceive men a certain way, and especially black men. That's a given. We consider the lowest of low on this planet Earth. You can't even give a woman just a pat on the arm or a hug on the arm, just a brother sisterly gesture is labeled as you groping and you being creepy and all of this low-key stuff. And you know what? If it wasn't on national TV and if it was something behind closed doors of that occurrence, that same woman could turn around and call the police and saying, he's doing something funny. Now he got to go to court and battle with that. He say, she say, because immediately he's going to be arrested. So what I tell you, men, you don't even want to touch these. You don't want to even say nothing to them because, they could come back 6 months later, a year later, 5 years later. And that leads me on to a documentary that will be coming out. Freakanika. Freaknik. You have these festivals for all people that don't know what I'm talking about. Festivals throughout the world where you had gatherings, men and women, and events. And basically, you see events of past and present where, like, you have a girls going wild, type of thing. For all my people that will understand that. Videos of women in different places of the United States or world, just acting wild, lifting up their shirts, things like that. But you have men that, have, had a good time when they was out there on those events, women and men. But guess what? Your past things that you have done could turn around and you could end up getting arrested. And just to show you, this is my personal opinion within the powers that be, a lot of these things is brought up, documentaries and so forth, because then you have certain men of certain standards, certain class, financial class, they reach a high level, and then now these past events is going to be brought out about them. So, long story short, as you move up to a higher level, men, you have to be careful, and of the past stuff that you have done will be brought to the forefront. Because as you move up, you will get women, like they did it to Bill Cosby. They came out of their rat holes, 50 years ago and saying he did this, he did that, and he had to go to jail, then he had, he was finally released, blah, blah, blah. But he had to spend money and he had to waste a lot of time at his older age being labeled in a negative light. And still he's labeled in a negative light. Fortunately, Dr. Cosby don't have to, he don't need the money anymore. He already established himself. He made his money in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, He made his money. So he don't have to worry about trying to make it. He could just live a comfortable life for the remainder of his days. And I'm happy for him. But it's a teachable moment for you men, because these women could come back, and they do, when you reach a high level, 40, 50 years ago, and then they say, you did this, you did that. That's, whether it's Bill Cosby or any other man out here, even yourself, they could come back to you. You can start making six figures, and then you get a local broad that you have dealt with in the past, and then she comes back 10 years later when you are somebody because she's a nobody. And then she will say all different disparaging things to you. And then next thing you know, man, you gotta go to court. You gotta make a press conference, press statement to the media about this girl. I just did this. It was just 20 years ago. I don't know. You gotta backtrack, and that could be any man out here. Because these women are conditioned to hate men. You are no different. I'm no different. But let me tell you, we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. But I'd be good, God, if I'm going to be backtracking and be, just acting like you're going to come to me and say, well, back in, 10 years, 20 years ago, you, Mr. Greatness, you disrupted, you did this, you did that, and you are the bad guy, and you did this. Let me tell you something. We all been through the sands of life. And I've been out here, I did a lot of degenerate things, a lot of ungodly things in the name of God. But, you ever come to me and tell me, you did this, you shame on you, and you did this, and you should be, you should be sorry, and you should, all of this stuff, I would say none of your goddamn business and shut up, because I'm not. It is what it is. Nobody's perfect. You try to be a better you as a man, and that's all you can do, is be a better you. I'm not out here, I'm not going to beg and plead for forgiveness, forgive me, forgive you. I'm not out here for that. It is what it is. You move on life, and you be a better you. End of story. But if I'm at a high level and next thing you pull out my receipts and say, yo, you did all of this stuff, you such a bad man, you did this, you degenerate, and you blah blah blah, hypocritical. I'm gonna hold my middle finger to you up in the sky, and it's none of your business. And I'm not gonna be explaining myself to you or any other man or woman. This is, matter of fact, I would just say, next question. And this is what you have to be as a man. You stand on your square, right, wrong, up and down. This is what it is. Not about to hide and be less than who I am. Because, see, in this society, men, you conditioned to be less than who you are. And these women will try to break you, and the government will try to break you. You're a man. Act like it. Again, you're not perfect, but act like it. You stand in the trenches, and this is what it is. Your head's still up high. This is what it is. That's one thing I give, and I mentioned this before, Donald J. Trump. Right or wrong, up and down, but he carries himself like a boss, like a man. You're not going to put him against the wall and tell him, you should do this, you should do that. He come right back at you and tell you, F you. Next question. Or you're a retard. Next question. And I'm just using that, it's just that word, those words. It's not on a particular group. But he stands on his square. Right, wrong, up and down. You got to give him credit with that. We're not talking about his policies. I'm not getting into that, so don't trip. I'm talking about as a man. Right, wrong, up and down. He have done a lot of degenerate things. He knows that. But he ain't going to be saying, I'm sorry. The hell he going to be in the court? I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You give him credit. I like that. I'm not going to lie. I like that. Right or wrong, up and down, this is what it is. You got to stand on your square as a man. You make mistakes, fine, it's what it is, because you're not perfect, I'm not perfect, but you try to correct the wrongs by being a better you. But you certainly, as a man, not going to get in the corner and have to apologize to the world being less than who you are, because just to make someone feel good. And it's not about not being empathetic. But what society wants a man to do is make him less than who he is. To dumb him down, to mentally destroy him. That's where I have a problem with. Especially black men. They are every day ostracized to be less than who they are. That's where I have a problem with. You're not going to make me less than who I am. I'd rather die before I allow anybody to make me less than who I am. That's not happening. You could call me whatever you want. You don't have to like me. Hell, I got people that don't like me, family, friends, and foe. It's okay, because I have a group of family that do, and a small group of family, yes, like I said, and a small group of friends, and a small group of foe that have respect for me. And that's all I need. I'm good. You don't need a truckload of people that will respect you. You're not trying to run for president. You're just trying to be a man. That's all. And I think this is what you need to do, because society is teaching you, you don't need, they even stripping your manhood by saying you don't even have to be a man. You could be a woman. You could be a trans gentleman. You could be a fly. You pick the day. You could be whoever you want to be. And they put that energy out there. Look, you got right now clubs, transgenders, that set up clubs for young boys to go. You look that up. You got clubs that's allowing young boys to attend, watching trans gentlemen twerk and dance. What's next? They're going to be playing with their wee-wees too? Pause. I mean, but this is breaking down the young boy before he gets a man. This is what's put out within society. And I'm supposed to respect that. You're affecting the young boys out there, allowing them, setting up clubs for young boys to attend. Young boys mean the age of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what's out here. That's what's pushed in North America and European nations. The sickness of the society. You could just look at who's pushing these laws. They are these type of weirdos out here. That is your congressmen, your senators, your presidents. They pushing these laws out here to dumb down the real men out here and start them early to be men, young men on a Monday, a woman on a Tuesday, a non-binary on a Wednesday, Thursday, non-binary. I don't know where I be. Don't classify me. Don't classify me. So what is a man? What is a man? Why? Why? See, so this is pushed. This is pushed. And this is why it's very important for you real men out here to draw a line in the sand. You have to have strong character and morals and standards to deal with this sick society that we live in. You can't even be a man anymore. You being pushed. Dogs, animals have more rights than you men, especially you black men. Especially you. On the job, you can't say anything. Got to keep your voice down. You got to whisper. You got to be docile. What is a man these days? Women could just kick you around mentally, spiritually, every which way, and you just got to take it. What is a man these days? Where are we going with this? Your children have more rights than you do. You can't say nothing to your children. What is a man these days? You can't even talk loud in your house. Your next door neighbor will call the law on you. What is a man these days? You can't even walk with sternness down the street. What is a man these days? You walk with sternness. You're not smiling. Oh, why are you not smiling? You could be perceived as being violent. Watch him. Especially a black man. If he's not smiling and cackling, watch him. This is what it is within society. What is a man? When do you draw a line in the sand, men, and say no more? This is it. Are you a wolf or a sheep? What is a man these days? But you want to definitely suck a man's dry, suck him dry. You use his strength, use his finances. Especially if he's in the family. Especially if he has a family. You could, if he paid for the woman and children, great. If he keep his mouth shut, great. But he can't be outspoken as a man. Where are we going with this? Are you a man or are you a mouse? Where are we going with this? Dumbing down men. It's unbelievable. This world is crazy. See, men, you have these women out here that is built and programmed to dumb you down. They have no problem in doing that. They will do whatever it takes to make you less than who you are. And a lot of females would be mad and get mad at what I'm saying right now because it hits their heart. For example, you have a lot of feminists out here that believe that they are better than the man, stronger than the man, smarter than the man. And I'm telling you, men, you don't need to deal with these feminists. And these feminists would definitely be mad at me because it touches their soul. Again, I'm the soul toucher. And they will say, you know, I don't like him and stuff like that. That's fine. Good. Because you're a man. You have to stand on your square and not allow certain things, not allow disrespect. These females figure they can go out and club and they can dress how they want and be whatever they want to be. And they're your wives. They're your girlfriends. No, you don't tolerate that. Send them on their way. They want to act like that, leave them be. Because at the end of the day, you have to have abundance mindset, men. There's plenty of women on this planet Earth that you can pick from if providing, like the previous information at the beginning of the show, you have things together. Your mind right, your finances right, your health right. Morals, character, standards. Again, what is a man? And you have many men on social media that talks about this. You don't have to accept disrespect from a woman, this type of woman, a feminist. Women that just have hate for men. This will apply to men and most of these females. Single moms. Here you building your brand, you deal with single moms. And is all single moms bad? No, of course not. Most are, because they've been ruined. They've been tainted by dealing with the wrong man. So when you're meeting with them, they can't offer you nothing. They just offer you misery, pain, and suffering. And child or children to take care of. And these type of women don't have respect for you. Now, right there, it touches souls because it applies to these women. Now, I said all single women is bad. No, some of them is real good women. They made a mistake and they improving on their life, and great, no problem. This doesn't apply to you. But most of you single moms, no, you're not good. Not good people. You take your the baby daddies to court and thinking you're going to win something. And if you think, you're only going to cause more friction and separation. But you're not thinking. You're thinking you're going to get a bag, you get money, he's going to take care of his responsibilities. And let's say, for example, because these women don't think, and I'm off the topic, but I'm going to bring it back. You put him in jail, you don't pay, he gets locked up, and he's one of that man. Well, I just stay in jail forever. What, are you teaching him a lesson? Is this something that is going to better your child, you think? Now you bring animosity and separatism towards the child and children and father and stuff, and you causing more chaos and stuff, but you, in your mind, thinking that you are winning because you getting at him, you causing pain and suffering with him, and karma have a way to come back to you because that's the laws of nature. It goes right back to you, and the Lord end up making you suffer. But again, most of these mothers don't believe in the Supreme Being anyway. Performing witchcraft. That's what they're about. That's what this era is about, men, when you're dealing with these type of women. Why would you want to deal with a woman that is performing witchcraft? Why would you want to stick your rod of life into something that is demonic or demonic nature? And a lot of these herbal tea women out here is demonic. Burning incense and chanting and crystals and wearing and all of this stuff. Demonic. But they will tell you something different, like they fantastic. And simpish men deal with them. But you men got to draw a line in the sand, because she is going to ruin your brand. She's going to ruin everything. You're going to body, spirit, and soul dealing with these type of avatar women. See, these are the pitfalls. And then you have these females that is crazy. Young and crazy, old and crazy, mentally ill. And they look fantastic. But you deal with them, and then 6 months later, a year later, they come in with the police knocking on your door. These men, you have to build up your character so you can draw a line in the sand and not even engage in these type of women. Because they will destroy you. And they have no problem doing it. That's the thing about it. They believe in their hearts they are entitled. These type of women believe in their hearts they are entitled. They have no problem destroying you. And they thinking they're doing the good thing. And they get satisfaction sitting back and say, yeah, I got him. But guess what? You got nothing. Because, see, you might not believe in a supreme being, but things come right back to you. Because that's how the law of nature works. You're more miserable, the Lord, and I say the Lord, but if you don't believe in a supreme being, that's why a lot of these women is more miserable. They do more evil to you men, and they become more miserable. Because guess what? It goes right back to them. And it goes right back to them on different levels. Their offspring be tyrants. The same thing you do to the father is the same way your son's girlfriend would do to him. How about that? Or the same thing you did to the man, that father, is the same thing now your daughter will suffer. How about that? Karma. Have you thought about that? No, because you don't think. That's just how it goes. And you men, you don't want to get into all that. You don't want to get into that. Before you even start. Don't get into that. Meeting these type of women. Because now you be sucked into their nonsense. And they really think in their brains they doing an honorable thing. Because you are a creep or a degenerate in their heads. But they don't look at the whole circle. How it goes right back to them. And it hits them tenfolds. But these women's evil to the core. Something my mother said. These women is evil to the core. Whores to the core. Whores to the core. And that leads to another thing. You men have to draw a line in the sand as well. Not allowing these women to be sleeping with other men and you taking them back and all of this other stuff. And then you're going in a hamster wheel with these women, back and forth with them. No. They're evil to the core. There's plenty of women out here that you can meet and greet. You don't need to deal with these type of women. The ones that will drag you in the mud and pull you down. And this is what it is. That's why a lot of great men fall down, because they meet with these type of individual females that I'm talking about now in real time. It is what it is. So what is a man? This is things that you have to come to grips with, men. See, a lot of times we men are nice. We empathetic. Unlike what society will say, females particularly will say, a lot of us men are nice and empathetic, and these same females will bring you down. Men start deleting themselves, delete other people, all because you allow a woman, a female, to bring you down. This is something you have to look at the reality. Reality is a beautiful thing, man. You got to start looking at for what it is. What it is. You got to take it for what it is. You can't hate on it. You got to just accept it for what it is. That people are who they are. People are who they are. And some people you have to leave alone. And that goes for other men too. Some men, you can't mess with other men. They will bring you down as well. They let their vices get the best of them. They're not trying to change their ways. They want to snort coke, smoke weed, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you might not be on that path. And I'm sorry for all my weed heads here. I know I'm hitting your soul with that. You know how I feel with that, but to each his own. You do whatever you do. But I'm saying a man that want to stay drug-free, focused all day. He don't need medication to keep him going per se. Or a better example, that man is about partying and you're about progressing. You can't deal with that, man. You're on your purpose, real men. These are examples that you need to follow. And again, a lot of men will fall under the wayside. 98% of men, males, will fall under the wayside. As I mentioned previously, there's the difference between men and males. I have a show on that. Check it out. Men versus males. See, so you have, it's so many pitfalls, men, real men to follow. So many pitfalls that you could fall. Because this is how society is corrupted like that. They corrupted where basically you being a degenerate is a good thing. That's how society is. When you're on your purpose, when you focus, when you drug-free, when you staunch, you're not about smiling and you're on your purpose, you really labeled as a bad guy. Hard to deal with. Because you stern, you to the point, you're not going to let people, men or women, take advantage of you. You're not going to allow them to say anything to you. You consider a bad guy, stern. He's not capable to be around people. He's not capable to be a parent. He's not capable of anything because he's stern. He's level-headed. He's not liked on the job. He's not liked in the streets. He's not liked by society. He's definitely not liked by his woman or women. He's not liked by his family. He's not liked by his friends because he's staunch. And I say, so what? So what? See, I have a lot in my head to talk about. So, and you might not understand this because I'm actually conversating with y'all guys. This is like a conversation. It's like if I was in the street corner talking to the fellas. I don't write this down. When I'm talking to you, I don't write it down. The topic in my head, sometimes 5 minutes before, 2 minutes before I start talking. I just bring up a topic. That's just how I am. Because I deal with everyday life. And it's not about relationships and stuff. As you know, if you look at my information, over 230 shows, you know I'm very versatile. Because it's not about women, it's not about men per se. It's not about relationships per se and stuff, because I talk about many different topics. Just look at it. Reason why I'm saying this, because it's really targeted for you men. This is what you need to be, versatile, not one-dimensional. And these things come natural to you, because when I'm speaking to you now, it's natural. Believe me, you might not believe it, but that's on you. It's not about me making you believe per se. This is just where I am. This is the top of my dome. And I'm just freestyling with this. And as you become more versatile, that means you read. Men start reading books. You travel. You become more versatile. Things is free flowing. And you make mistakes along the way because you're human, but you correct the wrongs. And then you can speak on these situations because you lived it. You've been there, done that. You read about it. You have friends and family that been through it. So you can vouch for that. That's what is to be a man. That's what men do. That's what men go through. Because we warriors, some of us. I think of myself as a warlord. I know that's cocky, but I take myself as being great. And part of greatness is not about finances. It's about just being worldly, learning, and you're always willing to learn as a man, because you don't know everything. I don't know everything. I'm not perfect. I'm an imperfect, perfect being, but I know I am great within my circumference. And I'm always striving to be a better me so I can be greater. This is what elite men is about. This is what warlords is about. And as life gets better for me, I'm going to become more of a warlord. Men, my question from me to you. What are you? Are you a wolf or a sheep? Are you a man or are you a simp? Who are you? What are you? What's your purpose in life? What's the end game for you in life? What are you doing now? How are you becoming a better man? Who's your enemies? Is it family, friends, a foe, or all? Do you trust your wife? Do you trust your girlfriend? Do you trust your children? Is your children loyal to you? Do you like that job? What's the end game for your job? How is your health? How are you improving with your health? What you eating? What you shouldn't do? How many vices you have? Is your vices bringing you down? How you making people around you better? What are you doing to be a better you? What say you? Thank you for listening.